Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by golden wheat fields, there lived a wealthy landlord named Raghav Malhotra. Raghav owned the largest house in the village. It was an old mansion made of thick stone walls, heavy wooden doors, and beautifully carved windows. Inside, the house was filled with expensive carpets, shining brass utensils, and huge storage rooms packed with grain. From the outside, it looked like a palace. But inside, it was under attack. Not from thieves, not from enemies, from rats. At first, it was just a few, small shadows running across the floor at night. But soon the problem grew. They chewed through sacks of wheat. They destroyed clothes. They gnawed at furniture. Every night, Raghav could hear scratching sounds inside the walls. He was rich, but he was losing control. And nothing hurts a powerful man more than feeling powerless inside his own house. One morning, frustrated and angry, Raghav went to the city market. After searching for hours, he found a rare and elegant white cat named Noor. Noor was beautiful, pure white fur, calm blue eyes, graceful movements. She looked like royalty. The seller said, "This cat is expensive, but she is the best hunter you will ever find." Raghav paid a high price without hesitation. He returned home proudly, believing he had solved his problem. And he was right. Within just 2 days, Noor hunted every single rat. She moved silently at night. She waited patiently. She struck with precision. Soon the house became silent. No scratching, no squeaking, no destroyed grain. For the first time in months, Raghav slept peacefully. He felt victorious. But success brings a strange side effect. Once the fear disappears, so does appreciation. After a few days, Raghav noticed something. Noor was sleeping most of the day. She ate regularly. She rested in the sun. She no longer hunted because there were no rats left to hunt. And slowly, a thought entered his mind. She eats my food every day. She does nothing now. The rats are gone. Why am I feeding her? The same cat who had saved his house now looked useless to him. Gratitude quietly turned into calculation, and calculation turned into selfishness. One afternoon, without emotion, Raghav opened the main gate and placed Noor outside. "Your job is done," he said coldly. "I don't need you anymore." Noor looked back once. Her eyes were calm. Not angry, not sad, just silent understanding. Then she walked away. For a few weeks, everything seemed fine. Raghav smiled proudly. "See, I was right. I didn't need that cat anymore." But life has its own timing. After 1 month, the rats returned. Not slowly, aggressively. This time there were hundreds. They were fearless. They entered cupboards, chewed wooden doors, and destroyed entire grain sacks in a single night. Raghav panicked. He ran back to the market. This time, he brought home a black cat named Zoya. Zoya was not beautiful like Noor. She wasn't rare. She wasn't expensive. Her fur was rough, her eyes sharp and observant. There was something different about her. She didn't look like royalty. She looked like strategy. On the first day, Raghav waited excitedly. He expected another miracle. But something strange happened. Zoya caught one rat and then stopped. Sometimes she chased a rat but let it escape. Sometimes she caught one and brought it in front of Raghav, playing with it like a performer on stage. Raghav was impressed. "Wow," he thought, "this cat is talented." But Zoya was not just hunting. She was thinking. Zoya understood something Noor never considered. Humans value what they fear losing. If all the rats disappeared, Raghav would again see no reason to keep a cat. So Zoya created a balance. She never allowed the rats to fully disappear, but she never let them grow too powerful either. She controlled the fear. She made sure the landlord always saw danger, but never total destruction. Raghav began depending on her. As long as rats exist, Zoya is necessary, he told himself. And so Zoya became permanent. Days turned into months. Months turned into years. The rats still existed. The house still suffered small losses, but Raghav felt safe because he believed Zoya was protecting him. Zoya ate the best food. She slept on soft cushions. She was treated like a queen. But the problem was never truly solved. It was managed, controlled, maintained. One evening, an old traveler visited Raghav's house. He observed quietly and then asked, "Why do you still have rats in your house after so many years?" Raghav proudly replied, "That is why I have Zoya. She protects me." The traveler smiled gently. "No," he said, "she protects her importance." Those words hit Raghav like thunder. For the first time, he realized something. Noor had solved the problem completely and became unnecessary. Zoya kept the problem alive and became valuable. In this world, many people are like Noor. They work honestly. They solve problems completely. They make systems efficient. And once the crisis ends, they are forgotten. And many people are like Zoya. They never remove problems fully. They create dependency. They make themselves indispensable. And society rewards them. Because people often don't value solutions. They value control. They value dependency. They value fear management. Raghav finally understood his mistake. He had not lost a cat years ago. He had lost loyalty. He had lost honesty. He had lost true protection. But it was too late. Noor never returned, and Zoya continued ruling the house along with the rats.